Hey guys, it's Mackenzie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a ship with me video. Today is Tuesday, November 16th, and the last time that I shipped was on Friday, I believe. So let's go ahead and get into it. I am probably going to have to break about halfway through to run down to the post office. So our first sale is a two-piece bundle. The first item is this rag and bone semi-sheer like t-shirt top. I picked this up because rag and bone has a very high retail price, and even though it's not a super substantial piece, being semi-sheer and lightweight t-shirt, it was from my local family thrift outlet, so I only paid a couple dollars for it, and I knew it would sell pretty well. It's also kind of shimmery for the upcoming holiday season. Next is this Maeve by Anthropologie polka dot v-neck blouse. I actually got this in a mystery Jomar, Free People, Anthropologie, and Urban Outfitters box. I did unbox that on camera if you guys want to see. I got 40 items. They were all from those three brands, and the actual pieces were all a mystery from Jomar. So that was a really fun unboxing. I was definitely happy with it, but I have not looked into buying more. So I'm sure that kind of speaks for itself. It didn't blow me out of the water, but I wasn't, upset that I ordered it by any means. So this bundle of two tops sold. Okay, so when bundled together, the bundle price was $66, and the buyer sent me an offer of $45, which I accepted. That made my earnings $36. I paid $12 for both tops just because my cost of goods from that Jomar box, I think, were around $10 per top, and that was after I took out all of the pieces that I didn't want to sell or were flawed. So it drove the cost of goods per item up to about $10 per item. So I paid $12 for both of these, and my net profit was $24. Next up, we have a pair of JCrew velvet pull-on stretchy waist pants. Again, I grabbed these because they're velvet, and I thought they'd be a nice pant for the holidays, Christmas time, Thanksgiving, whatnot. Very kind of colder weather vibe with the velvet. And I did get these at the bins. They're also a size 10, so I thought they were just a nice kind of bread and butter item to grab. I listed them at $28, and I did get an offer for $20, which I countered to $22 because they hadn't been listed very long. Someone accepted that, making my earnings $17.60. I only paid about $1 for them, so my net profit was $16.60, which I'm super happy with. And my thank you sticker. If you are new to my channel, this is what my packages look like when the buyer opens them, takes them out of the packaging. All of my USPS packing supplies I order free from the USPS. I do have a list of all of the actual boxes and envelopes that I order down below if you're curious. I also have a list to all of the supplies that I personally order, like this paper and my stickers. Alrighty, next up we have a sweater. This is by the brand Philosophy. I don't always buy the brand Philosophy, but this sweater in particular, the combination of the star novelty print with the fact that it is a cashmere blend, that was the reason that I decided to get it. I thought that made it pretty sellable. Everyone loves cashmere. That's a great keyword, and star prints are always trendy. So my Posher VA sent out an offer on this sweater for $25 with discounted shipping. Someone accepted that, making my earnings $17.54. I paid about $2 for this sweater, so my net profit was $15.54. I can't read my own writing. If you guys are wondering if I have any updates about the post office, I do not. I have just been moving along. You know, I don't think it's good to really dote on anything. You just have to get on with your business and, you know, do what you can. So next up we have a bundle of 2 new tag items. This first piece is from JCrew. It's really pretty. It has a really nice print to it, and then this bell sleeve with an embroidered scallop trim. It has a lot going for it. This is also a silk blend. I did order this from ThredUp's outlet because I saw that it was new with tags. It was a silk blend, and it just looked like a really substantial piece with all of the detailing. So I got this. I believe I paid about $6 for it from their outlet. I'm not sure why they had it in the outlet because, you know, it is new with tags. And the second piece, this I got from the bins. It's a Free People crochet back little top here. It's a newer tag from We the Free. Let's see if I can get a close-up of that. And so yeah, this was a great find. This top sold, I would say, within a couple weeks of being listed. The JCrew top, however, sat for maybe like 6 months or so. And so the buyer bundled the 2, and I sent her an offer of $45 with discounted shipping, which she did accept, and that made my earnings $33.54. I paid $7 for both items. Like I said, I did order one from ThredUp's online outlet, so my net profit was $26.54 on these tops. Now that we are in Q4, aka end of the year, around holiday time, if you have a reselling business, you will probably see an uptick in new with tags items selling. A lot of people are shopping the secondhand market for new with tag items that they can gift, you know, for Christmas. And so I would advise, if you guys have any unlisted inventory that is new with tags, I would definitely prioritize that stuff, just because I feel like it has a definite higher chance of selling around this time of year. Next we have a 2-piece bundle. First off is this Young, Fabulous, and Broke tie-dye sweatshirt. I love this piece. I love the kind of neutral tie-dye. I have found 4 or 5 of these sweatshirts now by Young, Fabulous, and Broke at the bins, and they are all so incredibly soft. This is like prime athleisure wear right here. And the second piece is this Madewell striped, this is called the Peyton sweater, and it has almost like a little bit of a bubble sleeve, I guess, with the elastic at the wrist. Love the color scheme on this. This is made of their coziest yarn material, which is like an alpaca blend, and again, extremely soft. So this is a really nice cozy bundle here. So when added together, the bundle price was $63, and the buyer sent me an offer of $48, which I did accept. That made my earnings $38.40. I paid $3 for both items. The Young, Fabulous, and Broke was from the bins, and the Madewell sweater was from my local family thrift center outlet. I've been pretty much exclusively shopping at those 2 places. I've been really trying to keep my cost of goods down. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna put this in a box So my earnings on this bundle were $38.40. Okay, I said, yeah, I paid $3 for both items, and so my net profit was $35.40. So definitely happy with that. I do love the kind of wiggle room I have with offers because of my low cost of goods. That makes it really nice, just kind of negotiating and whatnot, because at the end of the day, I'm usually making a pretty good profit. You know, you obviously do have to think about your time spent shopping, gas, overhead. You have to factor all of that into your listing and sale prices. So the fact that I have such a low cost of goods for my inventory really, really helps out with all of it. Next up, we have this shacket. It is a corduroy material, and I found this at the bins. I was just kind of making my rounds when I first got there. I saw this. It had absolutely no tags at the neck, or it does have one small tag inside that just says 100% polyester. But I knew that this would sell so well because this whole shirt jacket trend has been huge this season and last year. And it did. It sold within an hour of being listed. So I listed it for $32, and I would say maybe like 30 minutes later I got an offer of $27, which I went ahead and accepted. If this had had probably any brand, I would have listed a little bit higher. But because it did feel more boutique-y, I did want to kind of price it accordingly. It is good quality and it's in really good shape, but you know, I always just like to account for all things, I guess. I like my listing price to reflect the kind of quality it is, I guess you'd say. I'm not sure how to really describe it, but because this didn't have a brand, I did list it at $32, and I received an offer of $27. That made my earnings $21.60, and my net profit about $20.60. So I hope she really enjoys that. It's really like the essential shacket kind of piece for your wardrobe. Next, another really exciting bins find. These are Athleta jogger pants. They're called the Printed Salutation jogger pants. These are incredibly soft. They're size extra large, and they're the newer tag. So again, I knew these would just kind of fly out of my closet. I would say they sold within 2 days of being listed. I listed them for $45, and I got an offer for $35, which I did go ahead and accept that. That made my earnings $28. I paid $1 at the bin, so my net profit was $27. These were actually still selling online on Athleta's website. The size extra large was out of stock, but 1X, I want to say 1X and 2X were still in stock when I looked, and they were only selling, I forget what they were still selling for, but it was around that $35 mark. So that's something that you kind of want to be conscious of. Is your item still selling online? Can the buyer get a better deal than your listing price at the actual, you know, manufacturer's website? So yeah, you just want to do your research and be aware of what your item is selling for, both, you know, on the retail and resale market. Okay, next up, a 3-piece bundle here. First item is this Logo by Lori Goldstein printed cowl neck top. It has kind of a ruffle bottom 3/4 to it. I do like picking up Logo by Lori Goldstein just because it is a popular brand. People seem to be actively searching for it, and It also has kind of like an athleisure, not athleisure, but it's almost like loungewear slash casual wear. It's extremely soft. It's usually like a stretch jersey knit, but it has like fun prints to it that kind of dress it up a little bit. Second piece is this Madewell purple sweater. I was kind of hesitant about getting this just because it seemed to be a little bit of an older style of sweater from Madewell, but I'm glad that I did because it sold within about a week of being listed and it had several likes to it. I think I'm just not really drawn to colors. I'm way more of a neutral person. I say that when I'm wearing like the loudest shirt ever. I am trying to venture out into, you know, wearing color a little bit more. And I'm also trying to adopt that in my sourcing techniques. I need to, you know, not only buy neutrals just because that's what I like. There are a lot of people who do enjoy wearing color. Our last piece in this bundle is this pair of Cheap Monday distressed jeans. I think these were like a boyfriend style maybe, but they have distressing. My friend actually gave these to me. She was cleaning out her closet and she knows that I resell, so she gave these to me to sell. I would say they took maybe 3 months to sell. Cheap Monday it has a pretty high retail price, but I think it's just one of those brands that people are not really actively on secondhand markets searching out. And so, but you know, I knew these were a trendy enough style that they would sell. And yeah, so when these three were added together, the bundle price was $68. Someone sent me an offer for $50, which I went ahead and accepted. That made my earnings $40. I paid $3 for the 2 items that I bought. And so my net profit was about $37 on this bundle. Okay, next up we have a bundle of 4 pairs of pants. So very exciting stuff here. And these were actually all found at the bins. So this first pair is a pair of Mother jeans. Definitely a brand you guys need to look out for. This is a brand that people are actively searching for. Very in demand. The flare style is not the most popular style of jeans these days, and so I think that's why this kind of flare pair of pants took a little bit longer to sell. I would say like a month to a month and a half. If they were distressed high-rise skinny jeans, it probably would have been a couple days to a week. Second pair of pants are these Lucky jeans. So cute. They're like a light wash up top, and then the bottom hems have a darker wash with frayed edges. Third pair are Current Elliott white jeans with distressed knees. And last pair, more Young Fabulous and Broke tie-dye fold down jogger style kind of sweatpants. Super cute. These are in great shape. Everything really is in great shape. I always add a piece of paper on top as well as a thank you sticker. So that's what it looks like when it's opened up. And this bundle, when added together, the bundle price was $132. The buyer sent me an offer for $112, which I thought was super fair. I did accept that. My earnings were $89.60. I paid about $4 for everything in this box just because it all came from the bins. And so my net profit was $85.60. Alrighty, so next up we have a pair of booties. These are by the brand Splendid, and I don't always get Splendid stuff, but these were in amazing shape. The sole has like nothing taken out of it. The suede upper, it's genuine suede, is in really good condition as well. They're like a manufactured ruched style, and I just thought they were really nice and boho. I knew they would take a little bit longer to sell, but I got them at my local outlet for $2, and I knew they would sell eventually. My Posher VA sent out an offer, so someone liked them, and I have it set to where anytime someone likes any item in my closet, I have my Posher VA bot set to automatically send them a 10% off offer along with discounted shipping, and sometimes it's accepted. So in this case, it was accepted. The offer was $21 with discounted shipping. That made my earnings $14.34. I paid $2, so my net profit was $12.34. I used to not pick up items, or I would be kind of dissuaded from picking up items that I knew would sit for a while. I knew they would sell, but that they would sit for a while, and I was dissuaded because I knew I would have to share them a lot until they sold. But nowadays with the Posher VA, I don't share my own closet anymore. I just click a button. So having items that sit doesn't bother me at all anymore, because you know there's no cost to list anything on Poshmark. So I just, you know, list it and have my Posher VA share it, and then sometimes it will send out an offer, and that's how it will sell. So it's been a huge help to me. It's basically like my virtual assistant. I couldn't be happier with it. I do have a discount code of Mcthriftzie20 that gets you 20% off your first month if you want to try it out. I referred many customers, and only, I think I've referred hundreds, I think, at this point, and only 2 people have discontinued their membership. So that means everyone is mostly, it's like a 98% people sticking with it. So I think that kind of speaks for itself. Okay, next up we have this Free People lace. It's like a wide fit blouse. This is a size extra small, which is kind of hilarious to me. Free People sizing is, there's not really anything like it. And this top was, so I had this top, I forget what I had it listed for. I want to say like $24 or $25. And someone commented and told me that it was closet clear out day, and asked if I would be willing to lower the price by 10% so that they could get discounted shipping on it, which I did. I'm always happy to do that. If you ever see anything in my closet and it's closet clear out day, just let me know. I'll lower it by 10%. You can get the discounted shipping. It's nice for me because the discount in shipping doesn't come out of my earnings. It comes out of, you know, Poshmark's pocket, I guess you'd say. So my earnings were $16.80 on this, and my net profit was $15.80. Yet another bins pickup there. We have a Banana Republic dress, really pretty. I got this, I would say 6 to 9 months ago. I think I did, it might have been longer than that, I forget. All I remember was that I picked this up out of season, so again, I knew this would sit because it is a wool blend. It's 40% wool, but it had the attached belt to it, and I just thought it was so cute. I had to get it. and it was in really good shape. I'm not sure. This is kind of tricky with this belt because the belt doesn't really want to fold. It does have one loose thread here. Let me just kind of snip that off. Okay, I think that works. And I want to say, I forget what I originally listed this for. It's been through a couple discounts just with closet clear out and whatnot. So it was probably, the current list price is probably around $25. Someone sent me an offer of $20, which I went ahead and accepted. I do love moving out items that I have had for a while. And so my net profit was $14 on this dress. It's really nice. I hope the buyer enjoys it. I feel like it's a really classic, nice style. And you know, with the wool blend, it's really nice quality. Next up, we have this pair of JCrew crimson red velvet jeans. And I got these at the bins because they have one of the newer JCrew tags. Also because of the red velvet, again, holiday time. And they looked pretty much brand new to me. They do have a small thread there. So I definitely wanted to get these. I listed them at $35 and I got an offer, I would say maybe like a month to a month and a half later for $25, which I accepted. That made my earnings $20 and my net profit $19. I do love sourcing for current holidays or approaching holidays and seasons, just because those are usually some of my quickest sales. And keywords are your best friend when you are listing stuff that is, you know, for a specific holiday. You want to put like holiday, Christmas, velvet, festive, anything you can think of that people might be searching. Next up, okay, I'm going to switch to, actually I'm going to end off before we go to the post office with a couple pieces from my men's closet. So first is this polo. I got this because it looked really like vintage and hipstery to me. It definitely is like actually vintage. The brand is Natural Issue. And a guest buyer bought this, which that usually happens when someone is Googling something and then they find my listing for it and they check out as a guest. So someone was probably Googling Natural Issue vintage polo or something like that, or maybe even like hipster polo, and just, you know, checked out with it as a guest. So that's why, again, keywords are hugely important. For this, I did put like hipster, dad, vintage, polo, and yeah, it sold full price for $25. That made my earnings $20 and my net profit $19. I was kind of on the fence about this, picking it up at the bins, just because I didn't know how well it would do, but that was definitely a pretty successful little experiment because it sold, I would say, within a month of being listed, maybe a month and a half, for full price. So happy with that. And our last piece before I head to the post office is this cotton t-shirt. This is definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. It's called Alex Mill, and I don't think their stuff retails for like an insane amount, but it is a brand that people are actively searching out and looking for. So I listed this at $25. I got an offer for $20. I probably paid about $1 for it at the bin, so I did accept that. And my net profit was $15. Okay, so I'm going to get this packaged up and then head down. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alrighty, so I am back from the post office. We are continuing on. It's actually quite a bit later. It's 6:30 now. It feels like it's like 8 p.m. because it's totally dark outside due to the time change. So yeah, jumping back in, we have a JCrew skirt. And I picked this up because it's a size 16 and it's also 100% linen, as well as being a maxi dress or maxi skirt. It has this really nice plaid print to it, and it looked really laggin look to me, which is a very sought after keyword. So I don't always get JCrew, but I for sure wanted to get this piece with all of those kind of sellability points it had going for it. So I listed this at $32. I did get it from the bins. And someone did like the skirt. They physically pressed the like button on Poshmark. And so that's my Posher VA's cue to send them a 10% off offer along with discounted shipping. So that was $27 with discount ship, which someone did accept. That made my earnings $19.14 and my net profit $18.14. Next up, a Lucky brand dress. I just listed this. That JCrew skirt I've had for about a month or so, I would say. And I got this also from the bins because it's a size extra large and I really like the boho print to it. It also has an attached slip dress to it. So, you know, you don't have to worry about finding your own or coverage issues. So I always think that's a really nice kind of extra thoughtful thing that brands do sometimes. So that factor plus the print plus the size were the reasons I got this. I mentioned it in the haul, but this print kind of reminded me of Spell and the Gypsy. If you guys are not familiar with that brand, which I'm sure most of you are, it's a very sought after brand, Spell and the Gypsy. I suggest you look it up, and literally anything that has a similar print or style I buy, and it usually sells very quickly. This dress sold within a couple days of being listed for full price of $28. That made my earnings $22.40 and my net profit $21.40. Next up, a precious little mini Boden dress. This is a novelty print. It's little dogs having a party, and it is pretty much the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's 7 to 8 years old. I don't get all kids items, but when I do, they have a really cute print like this, or they are a nicer kids brand. Mini Boden, Matilda Jane, Hannah Anderson. Those are all kids brands that I do keep my eye out for. This one I listed for $35 and I got an offer same day for $27, which I thought was awesome for, you know, a kid's dress. So I did accept. That made my earnings $21.60 and my net profit around $21. I paid probably about 50 cents for this at the bins. So yeah, do not overlook kids items if they have quite a bit going for them. Kids needs. I cannot talk tonight. It's too late for me to be filming. Kids need clothing also. So there's that. Next up, we have a scarf. I absolutely love this scarf. I think it's the coolest thing ever. It's from JCrew. It's 100% wool. One side is gingham and one side is houndstooth. Again, very recently listed. Sold within a day or two. It's 100% wool and another full price sale. This sold for $35. I was super happy about it. Another bins grab. My earnings on this were 28 and my net profit was 27. So again, don't overlook scarves and accessories. I would say scarves, ponchos, hats. Those have been huge for me going into colder weather time. People are really, really getting some cute accessories for their winter wardrobes. So, and you know, at bins pricing, it's such a nice supplement to your sales to have that nice ROI with lighter weight items, but this kind of the same price point in sales. Next we have this cardigan. It's like an open front cardigan, tie-dye with the fringe trim. It's like a jagged fringe trim. The brand on this is Tea Party. I know I had heard of this before, but I mainly picked it up based on style. Tie-dye has been huge. And it also has the really cool fringe trim with the asymmetric hemline. It's also that really soft stretch jersey knit, which I do use when something is that material. I do use that as kind of a keyword because it's just so soft and stretchy. I feel like people go out of their way to look for that fabric in particular. So I listed this cardigan at $32. I got an offer about 2 days after listing for $27. I did accept that. My earnings were $21.60 and my net profit was $20.60. Next up, a very exciting sale here. This is Alexander McQueen. It's the classic skull logo printed scarf, and this thing is like incredibly high quality feeling. The edges are all like hand rolled and it's just amazing. So I listed this at $99 because it does have some spots as well as some runs in the silk. And so I listed it a little bit lower than comps because of those flaws. And I got several offers same day around that $40 to $50 mark. And actually this buyer initially offered me $45 and I forget if I countered or, but anyways, they reached out to me and just kind of said, you know, I really like this scarf. I forget what they said, but anyways, we reached a price point of $75, which I was happy with, and I think that's still a pretty good price for this particular piece. It's a very popular, it's probably one of the most popular items that Alexander McQueen has. So it sold for $75, my earnings were $60. I probably paid about 50 cents for it, so my net profit was $59.50. I'm incredibly happy with that. I hope they really love it. It's a gorgeous piece. And again, scarves. Keep your eye out for scarves. Okay, next, a pair of Tory Burch booties. These are called the Lowell booties, I believe. They are in amazing shape except for, I mentioned it in the haul, but it looks like someone removed the kind of metal logo that they had on the side. I guess they wanted more of an all black booty look. I really need to calm down with all the tongue twisters this late into the day. So I did list these again. I listed them a little bit lower than I would have if they were to have had all of their, you know, hardware and logos that they should have. So I listed them around $40 and I got an offer of $34, which I accepted. My earnings were $27.20 and my net profit was $25.20. So I was happy with that. I'm not afraid to pick up stuff with flaws. Tory Burch shoes, purses, accessories are very in demand, and so that kind of compensates for the flaw. If you were to pick up a less popular brand with flaws, it might sit for a little bit longer, but I think, you know, someone would be happy to buy these at a little bit of a discount and maybe won't mind the missing logo at all. Maybe they also prefer an all black boot, so I was happy to grab those still. Yet another kind of flawed piece. These are Eileen Fisher clogs. They have a wood base to them, and the back just basically has some scuffing. The sole has been worn down a bit, but again, I did still want to get them because these probably retailed for $250. Eileen Fisher is a very reputable and high quality brand. They use all amazing materials. Their craftsmanship is just kind of out of this world. So I still wanted to grab these. And on top of all of that, clogs in particular, I would say are probably #1 fastest selling shoe style for me. If I pick up a pair of leather clogs with a genuine wood base, I am basically 100% confident that those will be selling quickly and for a great return. So with all that being said, I did still get these with their signs of wear. They sold full price for $30 at the bins. That's still a great return. My earnings were $24 and my net profit was $22. Shoes are also super easy to photo and list for me. I can photo them and list them probably combined in about 10 minutes. So yeah, happy with those two sales for sure. Everything adds up without a doubt. Next we have a 4-piece bundle. Yes, 4 pieces, and I'm going to use my box number 7 here. So starting off, we have this 90s dress. It's like a plaid maxi dress with this velvet vest overlay that ties in back. It's really neat. Kind of reminds me of Jennifer Aniston's character on Friends. Is that Rachel? You guys are probably going to judge me. I feel like I'm going to lose followers over this, but I've just never watched the show Friends for whatever reason. I definitely need to try it out. So yeah, please don't judge me, but it reminds me of, I believe it's Rachel. And second piece is this, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just add this into the box. Second piece is this Ann Taylor Loft striped sweater. I don't typically pick up Ann Taylor Loft, but I found this on my family thrift center outlets 50-cent day, and it cost 50 cents, and it also had a rabbit hair blend. So, and I like the kind of retro stripes that it had. Last clothing piece in the bundle, this is a New Tags Chico's tiered maxi skirt. This sold within a couple days of being listed. The 90s dress took about a month, I would say. The Ann Taylor Loft took about 6 months. And our last piece in this bundle is this pair of Free People cut out shoes. And these, again, also took only about a couple days. I knew these would sell pretty quickly. They're a very popular style of shoe from Free People. So I'm just going to add a piece of paper to cover the top of the box. And I'll add in my thank you sticker and then just close it up. And this bundle, when all added together, the bundle price was $107 and the buyer offered me $65. I went ahead and accepted that because I have had the dress for a little bit. I've also had the Ann Taylor sweater for a while. And so I basically was just looking at the Free People shoes and the Chico's maxi skirt, and the profit was fine for me with those two pieces. My earnings were 52. I paid about 5 for everything, so my net profit was 47. Next up, we have an Athleta plain black long line cardigan. I actually ordered this off of ThredUp's online outlet. I got it because Athleta cardigans sell really well for me. It also is long line, and I just thought it was really nice. I've mentioned it several times now on my channel, but cardigans in general just kind of fly out of my closet, especially this time of year. So when you add in the fact that it's a popular brand, that kind of ups the marketability to it. So this sweater did sit, I would say, for about 6 months. I think I listed it off season. And so when I received an offer for $20, I did go ahead and accept that. I was ready to recoup my cost on this. I paid about $5 online, and so my net profit came out to $11 on this. Not amazing, but when you consider that I sourced this while watching TV, everything adds up. That is 100% my motto. Okay, next I'm going to grab another larger bundle box because I sold this bag. This was also recently featured in the thrift haul. It's a all over genuine leather bucket bag. So I have a piece of paper lining the bottom. I did stuff the bag with a couple of these pieces kind of crunched up, and then I add another on top as always. Grab my thank you sticker and then seal it up. So this bag I listed at $45. Even though it had absolutely no tags, no brand tag, it was super cool just because it was all leather. It's that bucket bag style, which is very boho. And so listed at $45, and someone liked it. My Poshmark VA sent them an offer of $40 with discounted shipping. They accepted. That made my earnings $29.54. I probably paid about $2 for it at the bins, and so my net profit was $27.54 on this bag. Okay, so next up we have this soft surroundings top. This is so pretty. This is kind of like my ideal thrift find because I love selling soft surroundings. It's a size 3X. The larger the better in size. The larger in size the better soft surrounding stuff does for me. This also has a fully embroidered front and sleeves. So yeah, super sellable piece here. I listed it at $45, and I would say within 3 days of being listed, I received an offer for $35, which I did accept. That made my earnings $28 and my net profit $26. I did get this from my Family Thrift Center outlet. If you're new to my channel, I shop there every Thursday. I'm there at 7 a.m. Everything in the store is $2. It's their new merchandise day for the week. And then each day after Thursday, the price drops by a quarter. So, you know, on Friday, everything in the store is $1.75, and so on and so forth. It's one of my favorite stores. I've been shopping there since college. Okay, next, this was a really exciting sale for me just because I was kind of on the fence about it at the bins, and then it ended up selling really well, so I always kind of love when that happens. It's like a dupe for the Valentino camo butterfly embroidered crossbody purse strap. And I knew that purse strap from Valentino was very, very popular, obviously. And so when I saw this in the bins, it's kind of like, you know, a little boutique item. I was like, you know, why don't I just try to pick that up, see how it will do. and it ended up selling within a day for $27. My original listing price was $30. I did get an offer of $18 originally, and I just kind of waited for a little bit and then got this $27 offer. So I was extremely excited about that. My earnings ended up being $21.60, and my net profit was $20.60. So again, keep your eye out for those smaller items. It can have a great return on investment for you, especially at the bins. They really kind of seem to be everywhere. Okay, next we have, first off, this is a beautiful 100% leather suede neutral colored blouse top. It has a split neck here. The brand is Charlie Joe. So I ordered this blouse from ThredUp's online assorted brands. So basically, an employee at ThredUp was processing this piece that was sent in, and they didn't know the brand, and so they just filed it under assorted brands. And I will go through and just kind of see if I see anything that I think might be designer. I ended up ordering this piece because it was listed as 100% leather. I still don't know much about the brand. It's not like high-end or anything. I think it's just like a really expensive boutique. Did I say it's called Charlie Joe? But I did just list it in my own Poshmark closet based on material. That's how I kind of marketed it as a nice piece. I also modeled it to kind of show how nice the fit is. It's very flattering. And yeah, so I do have a video that I filmed not that long ago on shopping ThredUp's assorted brands. I'm actually about to film a video showing what all I found within their assorted brands categories. You can really find some gems. So let me know down below if you guys would like to see that. I've been trying to get it filmed, but I've been kind of behind on my regular content. This is The Great. This is definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. This is called a bishop sleeve. That's the style of sleeve. This sweatshirt probably retailed around $150 to $200. The brand is super expensive. And then this scarf is also a bins pickup. This is Johnston's of Elgin. It's 100% cashmere, and this is definitely a brand to watch out for. This scarf originally retailed, I think it's around $140 if I'm not mistaken. And they have great comps on Poshmark. So the bundle price was $157, and the buyer offered me $141. The $157, I've mentioned it, but I do have an automatic bundle discount of 50% off 3 items or more, and so $157 included that discount. The buyer offered me $141. That was super fair in my opinion. I did accept. My earnings were $112.80. My cost of goods were $22 for these 3 pieces because, like I said, I ordered the leather top from ThredUp's outlet, and it was, I can't remember right now. I have the list somewhere of what I paid for everything, but I think it was around $20. So even so, my net profit was $90.80 on this bundle. Very happy about that. I think these are really nice, solid pieces, and I hope the buyer really enjoys all of them. I'm really actually super excited what I was able to find on ThredUp's assorted brands, or in ThredUp's assorted brands, I guess you'd say. I sourced it all like 2 or 3 months ago, but I have just been slammed with shopping at the bins and getting all that stuff listed. This is another piece that I picked up from the assorted brands from ThredUp. Soft surroundings. I have no idea. Oh, okay, because someone cut the tag out. Someone cut the soft surroundings tag out. But I Google imaged this, and the results were soft surrounding. So I did go ahead and get it just because that is my favorite brand to sell. I've had all of these pieces in my drafts section on Poshmark, and the other day I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and list these. I was trying to wait until I could film the video on everything I found, but I needed more room in my draft section, so I just went ahead and uploaded these. And that leather top, this top, and then in my next sale, I'll show you, there's another sweater. They all sold within like a day of being listed. So that's always good feedback for me, knowing that I hand selected good items when they sell super quickly. So I listed this soft surroundings top at $35. I got an offer for $31. Super fair yet again. I accepted that. My earnings were $24.80. I think I paid about $10 for that, so my net profit was $14.80. Okay, next up we have this Anthropologie knit dress. Super pretty. It has like a bubble sleeve. This dress is super interesting because it's in more of like a formal cut, but the material is super lounge feeling. It's like a, I don't even know how to describe it. It's almost like a terry, but it's super cute. It's called the Diana dress. I did find this at the bins. It was like one of my best finds that day. It was a very slow day, and then I remember I found this dress and things started looking up. Usually when I find one good item, I start finding more good items, so it's always nice to kind of rekindle that hope when you're losing it a little bit. And then second and last piece in this bundle is this embroidered sweater from Anthro. It is a collab piece. It says love, peace, happiness, courage, and parts of this graphic are embroidered. Really pretty. This was the last piece in this Ship With Me video that I sourced from ThredUp's assorted brands. I think because Anthropologie is stitched on the tag in white writing. I'm telling you guys, I didn't have my afternoon cup of coffee and it is really showing. So basically it was white on white on the tag, and I think they just couldn't read it very well, so they just threw it into the assorted brands category. I'm pretty sure I found it through the filter embroidered. Usually when I'm looking around, that's one of my favorite filters. Embroidered, leather, suede, star print. I have some favorites for sure. So the bundle price for these two was $98, and the buyer offered me $60, which I did counter to $75, and then yeah, they must have countered back to $65 because that's the sale price. So the bundle sold for $65. My earnings were $52, and I paid about $12 for both. And so my net profit was $40 on that bundle. Next, we have these American Eagle jeans, very newly listed as well. They are high-rise, distressed. They have this angled frayed bottom hem, size 22. And these are in excellent shape, so very solid pickup here. I listed these at $35 just because they were, yeah, they are the newer tag. So a more current piece and very trendy, popular cut or style of jean. I got an offer for $25, which I did counter to $28, and it was accepted. I usually only counter if I'm pretty positive that they would sell quickly, you know, Otherwise, like if this buyer doesn't accept my counter, if I'm confident that they will sell quickly to someone else, then I will usually always counter, especially if it is a newly listed piece. And so yeah, 28 was accepted. My earnings were 22.4 and my net profit was $20.40. I always love a $20 net profit from the bins. That is pretty much ideal for me. Next, we have this bundle of 2 bras. This one is like a nubby fabric from Free People Beach. And I got both of these in my mystery Jomar box that I was talking about earlier with Free People, Anthro, Urban brands. This one is Anthropology bra. It did contain, the box did contain several less substantial items like this, but I was okay with it because they didn't drive up the cost of the box at all, because I knew that I could sell them and at least make my money back on these. So, you know, basically they didn't drive up the average cost of goods because I knew that I could sell these and make my money back on these at the very least. And so when bundled together, the bundle price was $47. Someone offered me $32. I did go ahead and accept that, making my earnings $25.6. I paid about $20 because my cost of goods ended up being about $10 per item from those Jomar boxes. So my net profit was $5.60. But again, with these being kind of the least substantial items in the box, I think that's pretty good to still make a profit on them, because, you know, the more substantial pieces were what I really made the profit on, I guess you'd say. Next, we have this Young, Fabulous, and Broke maxi dress. Really pretty. It's tie-dye print, ruffle bottom hem, tie shoulder, and maxi length anything always sells super, super nicely for me. This is also a size large. So, love this. I really like the color scheme of this, and I listed this at $45. I got an offer of $30. I did go ahead and accept that. I have had it for a couple weeks now, so with my net profit being $23, that's a great return in my book for a piece from the bins. So this is also more of a kind of warmer weather item, and so I do typically accept a little bit lower offers on out of season pieces, just because I want to kind of take the offer while I have it and not wait until next summer to have another one. I'm definitely a seller that likes to keep things moving and not get bogged down by out of season items or anything like that. But that's a beautiful dress. I really hope the buyer enjoys it. I really like it. Okay, next, Anthropology. This is their house line. It's just by Anthropology. Very, very soft kind of cowl neck sweater here. Love this teal color. And this was a full price sale, $28. My earnings were $22.4, and I only paid about $1 for this. So pretty happy with this as well. I feel like the color teal just looks good on everyone. I think it's a super complimentary color, and I also like the cut of this. Cowl necks, turtlenecks, all very kind of in-demand styles of sweaters. I have been shipping y'all for like 5 or 6 hours now, so I I'm at that point where I'm a little bit delirious, so just kind of bear with me on that. But luckily we are winding down now. Okay, our last pair of shoes in this shipping video, we have these little raffia woven mules, like almond toe mules. They're just from Target, but I thought the style was really nice and they were pretty lightweight, so I did still get them. They are in good condition. I listed them at $15 and they sold full price. My earnings were $12, and so my net profit was $11 on these. I will put these in a box just because I usually put all shoes in a box, but especially these because they do have a pointed toe, which can get, you know, moved around in shipment. I always crumple up a piece of paper and put this at the top of the box. That essentially just prevents the shoes from moving at all in transit, and they are much less likely to become damaged if they don't move at all. So that's my little hack for you guys. I'm sure a lot of you do something similar, or maybe even more protective. Alrighty, our last women's item. This is a 100% linen, crown linen designs, ruffle sleeve top. It's a high-low, long line, really pretty. I hadn't heard of this brand. Did I say it? Crown Linen Designs. But it looks like it's pretty expensive. This blouse retailed for $110. I could just tell by the way that it was made that it was really high quality. Also, you know, it's 100% linen, which is a more luxurious and expensive fabric to manufacture with, so I just assumed that, you know, the brand was a little bit higher tier. So yeah, it retailed for $110. It did have a little bit of fading, so I listed it around $38, and I got an offer of $25, which I did counter to $28. Again, mostly because it was newly listed and a lot of people love linen, so my earnings on this were $22.40, and I only paid about $1 for it at the bin. I do pick up linen pretty much all the time if it's 100% linen. Okay, our very last sale to ship during this huge video is this two-piece bundle of, they're both 100% cashmere men's sweaters. This bundle did sell over in my men's closet. I was really sad because I missed the offer initially, and it's because I don't get notifications for my men's closet for whatever reason. I guess because I can't get notifications for both. I used to have it to where my email, my Gmail, would notify me if I got comments or offers in my men's closet, but I haven't been getting them. And so anyways, I missed the buyer's first offer and I felt so bad. But then I did, when I saw it, I went back in and I offered the same thing with discounted shipping, so I hope that made it a little better. The second piece is this V-neck argyle print, again, cashmere sweater. So the two sold for $75 with discounted shipping. My earnings were $57.54. I paid about $3 for both sweaters, and so my net profit was $54.54. So a nice, satisfying number to end this video off on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. What was your favorite sale? What was your most surprising sale during this video? I I really do love reading y'all's comments. It's definitely the highlight of my day. I kind of just wake up and I will scroll through my comments. I only take a couple times a week to sit down and really respond to them, so I apologize for that, but I always read every single comment, so I always love hearing what you guys have to say. And so yeah, thank you guys as always for being so supportive of my channel, of my business, of my closet. It really does mean the world to me, and I just feel so blessed to have such a supportive audience and channel, little community that has been built here. So thank you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye y'all.